Today, we're looking at how artificial intelligence is really reshaping human development, digging into a major report for insights.
That's right. AI just feels different, doesn't it? There's so much hype, some hope, but also, well, a lot of fear and uncertainty.
It simulates human stuff in a way previous tech didn't.
Exactly. And its ultimate impact, still very much an open question.
So our mission here is to unpack that. We'll use this human development report, find the core ideas, the aha moments for you.
Let's get into it.
Okay, first up, the report draws a really critical line between AI and, say, older computer programs. It's not just more powerful.
No, it's fundamentally different. Think about classical programming. It's brilliant for routine tasks, stuff you can write down clear rules for, like clockwork.
Got it. Step 1, step 2, step 3.
Precisely. But AI, it moves into non-routine areas, things people do without explicit rules, using tacit knowledge, intuition almost.
So it automates things we didn't think could be automated.
That's a big part of it. And the report highlights two other key things. AI is generative.
Meaning it creates new stuff.
Yeah, like ChatGPT churning out billions of words. You prompt it, it makes something novel. And it's incredibly good at personalization.
Adapting to the individual user, right? Not one size fits all.
Exactly. Huge potential there, the report mentions, especially in, say, education or healthcare. Tailoring things at scale.
Okay, so this different kind of tech, how's it showing up in the world of work? The report talks productivity augmenting people.
Right. One really interesting angle is how AI makes advanced expertise more, well, accessible.
How so?
Think about it becoming, I don't know, a top coder or a medical specialist. It takes years, right? Highly skilled, limited supply. AI can process vast info and sort of lower the barrier to applying that knowledge.
So it assists people with complex tasks, like coding help or analyzing data?
Exactly. It acts like a super capable assistant. The report even cited a survey where only 10% of AI startup tools needed expert coding skills from the user. That democratizes things, potentially.
Okay, that sounds like opportunity. But what about the flip side? Job losses, displacement. Does the report address that fear?
Oh, absolutely. It's pragmatic. It notes that traditional routes out of poverty, like manufacturing jobs, were already being squeezed by earlier automation. So if AI is only used for more automation, yeah, similar risks apply, especially for developing economies.
But you said AI can handle non-routine tasks.
Right, and that's the key. It opens the door much wider for augmentation humans working with AI, enhancing their capabilities.
Okay.
And here's a surprising twist the report mentions. By making expertise easier to apply, AI might actually put downward pressure on some very high salaries for top experts.
Wait, really? So it could potentially reduce wage inequality at the top end?
That's the implication floated. It might counteract some of the wage polarization we've seen. It's complex, but it challenges the simple narrative.
Interesting. What about control in the workplace? AI managing tasks, surveillance.
That's a major concern flagged in the report. When tech dictates your every move, pace, timing, it erodes your sense of autonomy, your authorship over your work.
It makes you feel like a cog.
Exactly. And increased monitoring just adds to that. The report stresses that things like social dialogue, union involvement, they're crucial for pushing back.
Setting rules, like human oversight for big decisions.
Yes, ensuring data is used for development, not just discipline. Establishing human-in-command principles. How AI is deployed matters immensely for dignity.
Let's shift to daily life. Social media comes up predictably.
It does. The report connects problematic use, often driven by AI recommenders optimizing for engagement, with negative outcomes, poor sleep, low satisfaction, social comparison, especially for younger people.
We hear a lot about that.
We do. But it also adds nuance. The social media can offer support too. The crucial frame the report uses is how AI affects our autonomy, authenticity, and agency.
Our ability to govern ourselves, form our own values, and act on them.
Precisely. Recommender systems shape what you see, culture, info, people. And because they often lack transparency, their influence on your beliefs, your authenticity is kind of hidden but powerful.
What about other direct interactions, like chatbots for customer service?
The report points out a trade-off. They might cut costs, but often lead to customer frustration. Getting stuck, needing a human anyway. It can damage relationships.
Efficiency over empathy sometimes?
Seems that way, if not designed well. The report also looks broader, like how parents on phones impacts kids, or potential biases in AI for older people, especially in health.
And for people with disabilities, is it just about assistive tech?
Well, AI offers huge potential there as an enabler. But the report makes a powerful point. Tech alone isn't enough. True inclusion needs social change, accessibility, policy, non-discrimination. Relying only on tech can even marginalize people further if it's flawed or inaccessible.
That's a really important perspective. Okay, zooming out globally now, the report notes AI isn't being developed everywhere equally.
No, and that's a huge human development issue. AI models tend to reflect the cultures where they're built, mostly high-income, high-HDI countries.
So they might be culturally biased or just not relevant for people elsewhere?
That's the risk. And the inputs, computing power, data, talent are very concentrated. This concentration leads to things like large language models trained mainly on English, leaving other languages and cultures behind.
Which leads to a concentration of power, right? Few companies, few countries shaping this globally impactful tech.
Exactly. The report is stark about this. It even frames AI not just as a tool, but sometimes as an agent whose behavior impacts us. And it argues agenticity should be a design choice that supports human agency.
Meaning AI should be built to help us make choices, not control us.
Precisely. Agency by design is a core concept, prioritizing human autonomy, ensuring accountability, transparency, maybe through auditing.
And this needs global cooperation.
Absolutely. Continuous dialogue across countries, including those not leading development, is vital to set standards that work for everyone.
So pulling it all together, what's the constructive path forward? The report outlines some key actions.
It lays out three main areas. First, pursue a complementarity economy. Focus on humans and AI working together. Invest in augmentation, connectivity, share the gains, protect those displaced.
Building synergy, not just replacement.
Second, focus on capabilities that count. Use AI for personalized education and medicine, yes, but ensure access. Invest in people, critical thinking. See AI as a companion to enhance human skills.
Empowering people through AI, not replacing them.
And third, underpinning it all, ensure agency by design. Embed human control, accountability, tackle power concentration, foster that global dialogue.
The report also mentions AI's potential for big challenges like climate change too, right? Shows the breadth.
It does. The core message is, realizing AI's potential for good isn't automatic. It requires deliberate policy choices. Grounded locally, focused on those three areas, we need to actively shape this.
It really underscores that this is fundamentally a human story, not just a tech one. The choices we make now about designing and deploying AI have profound consequences.
And that leaves us with a crucial question for you to think about. If AI tends to reflect its creators' cultures and concentrate power, how do we actively ensure it benefits all of humanity, especially those currently left behind?
A vital question indeed. Thank you for joining us for this deep dive. Remember to search for Le Podcast de Philippe for more discussions like this one, and please do help us reach our goal of 1,000 subscribers.